What, am I not good enough for you?
Well, your tits certainly are.
Hi, welcome to Geeky Gamer Girls, where we get to the root of geeky gamer girls. This metal cover by Girls Melon can be found on SoundCloud.com.
And welcome to Geeky Gamer Girls Episode 1.
Yay!
Woo! I'm Katherine. We'll talk about ourselves later. Introduce yourself, damn it.
I'm Sam, the friendly neighborhood rapist.
I'm Amanda. And I think I'm gonna move.
But you know you like it.
Anyway.
Alrighty, so we're just going to give a little bit of a summary of ourselves, and then we'll get into the subject for today. I'm Katherine, and I'm sadly to admit, but I am a hipster.
So true.
And I love to paint and draw, and the world sucks.
God, you even look emo, too.
You're drifting from hipster to emo. You might want to watch out.
So, Amanda.
I'm Amanda. Not really a painter, but a writer. I'm getting groped.
Anything else you have to say, Amanda? Anything interesting? No? Okay. I'm Sam. I'm a model. Samantha Seiler. Check me out on Facebook. Anyways, I am an artist myself in the sense of obviously modeling, and I like to edit videos and cooking. I'm a much better cook than certain people whose names start with an S. Just
Really hope you're not talking about my husband, because he'll take that as a challenge.
Yeah, I know. He'll probably whip my ass. Anyways, so what are we going to talk about today?
Today, we are going to be talking about sex. Mainly because I thought we could get this out of the way so we don't have it on every single episode. Even though I know from hanging out with you, Sam, that everything involves...
We all have that one friend.
I'm that friend. I'm Karen.
Damn it, Sam! Oh my goodness. Okay, so... Tell me, do any of you guys have advice that you would give to people that are having sex for the first time? What they shouldn't be nervous about, or if there's things that they should know they should do?
Well, I know this would be extremely hard for you guys to believe, but I actually still wish I was a virgin.
Why?
I don't know. I guess I just didn't realize it when I first had sex, how big of a deal it was and stuff like that. I know for guys it's not the same, but it just kind of took the meaning out of it, you know? Kind of wish I did wait till marriage.
Okay, so you're saying that...
Wait until you know you're ready for it and that you're with the right person.
Okay.
Definitely.
What about you, Amanda?
With that. Also, I remember what other friends of mine were saying. They told me it would be, like, really bad. So if it doesn't go well, don't panic.
Oh my god.
And girls, it will hurt. It will hurt a
Yes.
lot.
Yeah.
No one told me that at all.
Yeah. Well, luckily I had friends in high school. They were like, yeah, it hurts the first time, and then you start liking it. And I'm just sitting there like, please tell me there isn't blood that comes out. They're like, oh yeah, they rip it. I'm like, wait, what?
Not all girls have blood, but majority
yeah.
of them do, yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, if you trust someone and you're allowing them to do that and you have those strong feelings for the person.
Not lust, but like actual feelings.
Actual feelings. Not
I just want you inside of me.
Yeah. If it's your first time and you actually trust the person and you want to be with them for a good amount of time, then go for it. It is a scary moment, but in the end, it's worth it because you know you're doing it because you trust the person. Don't do it just because you want to do it.
I guess it wouldn't be a scary moment, though, if you're actually with the right person.
Well, it was scary for me because the person that I did for the first time, I trusted him, but I didn't fully trust him.
I have some sad stuff from my first time, so we're not going to get into that, but...
So, I don't know how you guys feel about talking about your sex lives and your relationships. You don't have to mention your partner's name or anything, just you can talk about what you like and what he likes. If there's anything that you think people would think weird that you guys do, or if you think that you guys are too plain.
Start?
Okay,
I'm mostly the weird one too. Let's see here. Well, I guess one of my favorite memories was when we were living in our first house together, and he came home. I was wearing nothing but booty shorts, topless, everything, cooking bacon. I had the hookah all ready for him to go, his laptop up, and I got him ready to play WoW, which is World of Warcraft, for those of you that don't know. And I just sat there and I cooked bacon for him, and then I started putting the moves on him. Like, do you want a blowjob while you're playing WoW, eating bacon, smoking hookah? Alright!
See, I'd be a little afraid to cook bacon topless, just because I'm thinking once that grease starts going everywhere,
Oh, no.
it's going to be painful.
It hurts, but I've done that all my life, like, in a sports bra, and I seriously only, like, probably 2 times have cooked bacon in a shirt. I got used to it. I'm strong. I like pain. Because that also plays into my weird stuff. Yeah, I am. I guess you could consider me kinky.
As she scratches her head nervously. What about you, Amanda? She's like, I don't know how I can compare to that.
I really can't. Like, I'm just...
I could write you a book if you want. You know, public sex, other weird stuff.
Not there
you can
yet.
Do, toys.
Of course, public sex kind of, in some places, makes you go, ew. Because I'm thinking public bathrooms, not clean.
No. Fraternity party, bathrooms.
Oh, okay.
Kat is giving it the most disgusting face. It was surprisingly a very clean bathroom. I was impressed.
Oh my goodness. Do you need some time and I'll go and then... Or do you rather not want to talk about it?
Give me a minute. So go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, so... We blame our friend who is the kinkiest one from the lounge.
Guilty as charged.
For a while I was too terrified to do kinky stuff. I was very plain. I just wanted missionary and
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
and doggy style, like the normal basic stuff that most people normally do.
Oh, you gotta get on top and turn around, and you gotta get in some
And then
heels
my
and
husband grabs my hair and tugs on it, and I realize that turns me on. It's one of those things that I think everyone has that little bit of crazy in them.
Oh no, everybody does.
And they're just terrified to bring that out.
Oh no.
And when you're alone with that person, you have sex with them so often.
You gotta try something new.
Yeah, you can't have the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
So things get pretty interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's me with my blowjobs. Yeah, I'm so open and just like, I don't know if he'll like this or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and touch his balls right now.
Yeah, like, while I'm stuck there, I'm just gonna roll them around, and
Yeah,
while
yeah,
my
do
tongue
that.
is rolling around.
Or like, I'll just kiss it. Just look.
Like in a little porno. Oh my goodness.
See,
that's
I actually
why-
read that in a magazine somewhere when I
Like
was
Cosmo.
younger, before I even had sex or knew what a fucking blowjob was. And I was like, I'm gonna try that someday. And my boyfriend is the one that I felt most comfortable with, so he thankfully liked every single weird thing that I did down there. I just realized, like, what if my brother listens to this? My mom, my dad, my family.
Here's the thing, my mom listens to all the episodes, and she doesn't care. She's like, you guys are really good and really entertaining. And I told my mom that there's going to be an episode where it's going to be about personal stuff. And I don't know how you're going to feel because you're my mom. So sorry.
I need to meet your mother. Like right now.
even weirder, and I didn't think that was possible.
Change your mind. No, this is too personal. I don't know you anymore, Kat.
Yeah, but it's weird that you bring up the being on top, because I never would have thought of that as kinky, you know?
Reverse cowgirl, I would say, is a little different.
Yeah.
And they're different ways of doing it.
Yeah, like,
I think the most kinky stuff is like when you can't see them. Like if you have to face opposite direction or you're blindfolded or like any senses that get blocked. Because most people normally in sex want to look at their partner while they're having sex. It depends on it. It depends, because some
Depends
people...
if you want to be romantic, or you're just like, let's just fuck.
Yeah.
And there's like two different, there's the mood that you're in, I guess. Right?
What about you? Were you wanting to say anything about your relationship?
Well, I mean, I was kind of bringing it up, like, with the being on top. Like, you know, there's times he is, there's times I am. I never would have put it into the kinky aspect. I mean, well, unless you're doing, like, reverse cowgirl or something like that, then I could see that one.
Do you do any scratching or biting? That's my favorite.
Yeah, those
Sucking.
always work.
Sucking, yeah. I've gotten yelled at so many times for hickeys all over. Babe, I have an actual job. I'm like, sorry, I can't help it.
That's only happened once.
Really?
Yeah, but it was...
Go ahead,
But it was on my neck, and my mom was like, my mom is the one that saw it. I'm like,
Oh,
damn it,
my
that was
mom
fun.
does not notice those at all.
Well, it was like gigantic and
no,
like...
I've had that. My best friend growing up, too, had it just right there. No makeup, nothing. Everybody saw it but my mom. And then later on, I was like, Mom, you didn't even notice, did you? What are you talking about? Min's neck. What? Yeah, she had a huge hickey all over. No, she didn't. I'm like, hey, send me a picture of it. Show it my mom. Oh.
Yeah.
But I guess it's kind of, what I think is kind of weird is I love to scratch and bite, but Bubba, my man, does not like that. He gets turned on by the fact that I like pain, though. I thought that was kind of weird.
It's probably because when he sees your reaction to the pain, it's arousing. Because some people, when they see you in pleasure over something that's absurd, they're just like, oh, okay.
Right?
It's like, this is good. We will continue.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I know there are a lot of people out there that do like pain and stuff like that, but most of the time when you think of that, you think of guys that like it. Like the guys that like the girl scratching and biting. But instead, I get little... No,
like,
or he pulls away.
I am not going to break like a tiny stick. Just hit me.
Yeah. It's okay to bite me. I'm okay with that. You have some nails? Go ahead, use a little bit of them. Pull my hair? All right.
If you make my black bleed.
If you make my black penis.
If you make my back bleed, that's going to be the best memory ever, because I look in the mirror and there's going to be scars.
Yeah. I've never had that. I've done that.
Well, it's funny, because, like, if you ever have seen someone with scratch marks, you'd be like, oh, yeah, you had a really good time in bed.
I remember seeing that in high school, but for them, it was more of a trophy. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're cool.
Yeah.
You're like 14. Like, chill the fuck down.
That's
No.
how it was in high school with hickeys for me. 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of people had hickeys in high school.
I didn't so much notice the hickeys. I noticed the random couple or three that are kissing like they're going off to war, and it's like, dude, you're going to first hour. You will see him or her in 90 minutes.
Or at my school, 50 minutes. It was the same thing, though. I was just like, come on, it's less than an hour. You can't wait.
So, have any of you had a sexual fantasy about your partner or what you would like to do with your partner?
Costumes.
Costumes?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of costumes? If you say Princess Leia, I'm gonna...
No, I can't pull off Princess Leia. Are you kidding me?
can.
Yeah, you can.
So gorgeous.
But no, like,
Ew. I told you I was gonna do it.
but like, and like right now it's just kind of basic, like.
Ew. Thank you.
It's my thing.
Sorry, I had to get it. I had to.
But
do
like
it.
the little maid uniform or
Oh, yeah.
something, you know.
Oh, you got the boobs for that.
I just wear the apron.
There you go.
That's what a lot of people do. They just buy an apron and go at it.
Fuck like rabbits.
What about you, Sam?
Honestly, it's not even a fantasy for me. It's just something I think he would enjoy since he is a Star Wars freak. One of the biggest freaks I would know. And I would love to do the Princess Leia costume for him. And as I mentioned before, it's expensive as shit, and I'm not gonna go halfsies on it. If I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna do it right for him. You know, because he knows every little flaw or whatever, and he's gonna be like, this is nice, but it's just as good as it could be. So I'm gonna go full out someday. I don't know when, but someday. Or Darth Vader. I feel like he would enjoy that, obviously. Get the little helmet.
Now you're going into, like, Family Guy Darth Vader. That's all he wears is the
maybe, like, a little black something here, you know?
So, my fantasy, I haven't told anyone. I haven't even told my husband.
Oh, your husband that's sitting right next to you?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's very out there.
He's starting to blush already. It's so cute.
You know how in Japan they have those really weird fantasy hotels? They're called love hotels.
We talked about this before.
Yeah. And, well, there's one that looks like a cell. And my fantasy...
Like, you're one of them freaks.
My fantasy, actually, is, like, doing it during the zombie apocalypse. So we're in the cell, and we have a tape recording of zombies in the background, and guns going off.
It's the end of the world
Go, baby,
as we
go!
know it.
I'm almost there!
And I feel fine.
It's a weird fantasy, but I
I
think it would be interesting.
Because it's kind of like, for me, with public sex, it's like almost for you, it'd be like the fear of getting caught or killed. But for me,
but still knowing that I'm safe. at
Yeah,
the same
exactly.
time,
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I
would
wouldn't
be
go that
something-
far. That's a little out there.
A little much.
That'd be something I'd save for when we go to Japan, because the love hotels are actually pretty cheap out there.
Oh, I mean, a lot of things are cheap out there.
We're rich compared to
Now we're
Sorry,
going-
Japan, we love you.
Fuck you, I'm just kidding.
None of us are going to be allowed in Japan. They're going to Google our faces and post it on like a no-fly list.
Well, two
our
of our
measurements
faces.
are actually too big to actually be there.
You call me fat? We're gonna go around the corner and fight? That's what white people do? We go around the corner and fight?
Hey, just because we have curves, and actually a lot of people in Japan like people with curves. Believe it or not,
People or boys?
boys.
Okay. Yeah. See, they like the white girls and stuff like that, and then the white guys here like the tiny little white Asians. It's because I'm looking at you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've heard some pretty crazy fantasies from people, though. Have any of you heard any crazy fantasies other than mine of going to Japan and acting like we're in the zombie apocalypse?
I heard one, and it hits close to home, so I really think it's the stupidest thing ever. But I know a guy, he told me the girl he was with actually wanted a fantasy where he was raping her. And, like, violently hurting her and raping her.
Okay, that one's a little out there.
I know. It was like, I was just like, okay, and this conversation's over. But I haven't really heard that. I mean, yours was kind of weird.
The only weird part about that was the zombie apocalypse.
Exactly, that's why I was like...
But, given, it makes sense. Which is weird to say, but...
It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
For your man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Is it kind of like... Is it something that you actually want, or is it more like because you think he would want it?
I fantasized about it because I thought he would like it, and the more
You thought
I
about
started thinking about it and the ideas and what we
You
could
liked
do,
it,
I
yeah.
started liking it.
I think that's how it starts. Gosh, us girls are so pleasing for our men. They even appreciate it.
But yeah, that raping one where some people are for them to die.
Like suffocating her, and I'm just like, oh, why would anybody want that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know you probably have heard some pretty crazy things from our crazy guy that just had a kid.
Oh boy.
But the
'Cause he's
high guy.
always talking about it. He's always talking about it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I've heard some interesting stuff.
Yeah, I was surprised that they didn't have a baby sooner because they were like bunnies.
Was it planned?
No,
No.
it was not planned.
You fucked a baby in her. I love that phrase. Well, I guess that also makes me think of Moose from the lounge too. His open relationship.
Oh yeah, that like my whole thing is, in my opinion, me personally, I don't like open relationships because so many things can go wrong.
Yeah, I don't understand the idea of an open relationship, but then again, I also have some sharing issues sometimes.
People
My
have,
cookie.
people have explained to me that it's also a way to show a form of trust to each other.
I could see that.
And
Me too.
even though I'll never try it, I can understand their point of view, but at the same time, I don't like it because it feels wrong to me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this sounds horrible because it sounds like someone saying being gay is wrong, but really it's just a sexual preference.
To each his own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not gonna judge, or at least I try not to judge people
Yeah.
that are for that, but for me it's like, it's
It's something that you don't want to
Yeah.
think about or try.
it kind of takes away from a relationship, I think, because you're not pledging yourself to one person. It's like, well, I love you, but I love her, and I love her, and I love him. You know,
Yeah.
No offense to anybody that is
Is it
for
really
those
love,
relationships.
or is it really like, I love you, but I want to fuck you, I want to fuck you, and I want to fuck you?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there are feelings in sex, even if it's just random hookups, but I wouldn't necessarily say that means that they're in love with that person, because
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
you know, have one-night stands all the time.
And everyone has a different definition for a relationship, but the way I was raised is that a relationship is two people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was born and raised Christian, and then I got married into a Baptist family, and any thought of someone that's not with you, and you start thinking anything romantic or anything, you're not dedicated to that person. You need to start thinking about it.
See, that's kind of tough.
Yeah.
As humans, and I mean, they talked about this at my church a couple years ago. As humans, we subconsciously don't realize it, but we do check out other people.
Yeah.
But for me, it crosses a line when you start masturbating to the thought of having sex with them.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Or,
Instead of like just checking someone out, I meant like as in.
'Cause, I mean, I
Good
obviously
thing,
look at your guys' racks and touch your racks all the time, but I'm not going to go have sex with you. No offense. Sorry.
What, am I not good enough for you?
Well, your tits certainly are. Don't worry, Amanda. Yours are too.
But yeah, so like, it's just the way people are raised. Some people have a family that's just like open to everything, and then there's other families that's like, well, we gotta follow these traditions and these laws created by God, and
And again, it's preference to each
Yeah.
his own, you know, whether you want to follow them or not.
that's what makes us human.
Okay.
Oh my god! I hope that sound got picked up on the microphone. I know it has. Okay, we're good.
It wouldn't freaking unmute, okay? It's making me nervous. I wanted to say boobs.
You usually scream it at the top of your lungs
Yes!
Prime example.
That's how she walks into the lounge. She just walks into the lounge,
Titties.
and if she sees us, she goes, "Titties!" And then
Automatically scared
automatically,
the living daylight out of you the other
oh my
night.
God,
That
she
was the
screamed.
cutest thing ever.
I was focused on my phone.
She was
And
looking at porn.
I'm used to her leaning over my shoulder, so I ignored it. And all of a sudden I hear, "Titties!" really, really loud
I think
in
I
my
scared Amanda,
ear.
too.
Oh my god. This girl's crazy. And
Did you have with her cray-cray? I'm gonna go shank you now. I got a knife and some pepper spray. I'll whip that shit out. Like my dick. I'll whip my dick out and use it against you. Court of law. Okay, I'm just I could go on for quite some time like that, believe it or not. Well, I'm sure you guys believe it.
And she has. On occasion, she actually has.
Is there anything?
Mostly I'm drunk when that happens, though.
Yeah, I remember the night you go, hi! And crawled into my lap.
She's like, I remember one day she was so drunk and she comes up to all of us and she goes, I don't get why I'm so happy. I had like the most shittiest day and I'm so happy.
I don't remember that!
And she starts rubbing my husband's head. I'm like, you having fun there? And she goes, it's so soft.
But she does that sober. I think she does it for luck.
I definitely do. Hey, come over here. I want to rub your head now.
not yet. I gotta finish.
So, is there anything that you don't like to do when you're having sex?
If I can't get out of it, I don't want to do it. Handcuffs, I won't do.
So you're not into bondage?
No bondage, no strangling. You will get a black eye if you touch my neck. The only way you can touch my neck is if you're gonna like bite it or kiss it, but anything else, I will. And you will not have children either.
You probably won't have testicles at the end
Yeah.
of that.
And I thought about like blindfolds, but I still don't know if I would be able to do it. I want to be able to see you.
Same here. It's like I've thought about it, but I don't know if I could actually go through with it. I feel like I would get like the handcuff on and be like, no, I'm done. Yeah, where's the key?
And it's not like I don't trust you. It's just certain things, you know.
It doesn't make you feel safe.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And it just makes me go into a very, very bad place. And then all of a sudden I'm like laying on the bed crying. Like, there goes the mood.
See, my whole thing is I'm okay with bondage.
Yeah, I know. I could see it all over your face.
Yep.
You want to go to the bathroom real quick?
No.
I told you we have to finish this first.
Oh, I'll finish this.
Not that. It's recording.
Yeah, well, you just said finish, so I mean.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I think the only thing that I don't like is not knowing what's going to happen.
Explain.
Like, if I'm blindfolded and I can't hear anything and I'm tied up and nothing's happening.
In a dungeon with zombies outside. Sorry, continue.
I would hope she at least knows that she's in the dungeon.
The dungeon?
Yeah, the dungeon.
It's just the whole thought of, like, something that I don't, like, let's say you decide to get kind of kinky and use honey or whipped cream or
Chocolate,
something.
Whipped
And
cream,
we don't
peanut
have
butter,
that already in the room.
vanilla ice cream, cherry.
Oh,
what?
goodness.
Wait, we're going into an ice cream sundae
Exactly.
here.
Yeah, I know. Can you tell what's on my mind? I'm getting this actually. I'm getting frozen yogurt after
Like,
this.
I think
Lucky.
it's the whole fact if it's not already there that we can grab, then I know we're going to be using what's already there, so I feel comfortable and I'm kind of getting excited for that.
Okay, so are you like,
Here's
a table lined up with stuff that we're gonna use on each other,
yeah, I want
and then tie me up and blindfold me?
Yeah, and it's even if it's there, it doesn't have to be used.
Just so you know it's an option.
Yeah, but if like he gets up and goes to the fridge and grabs something random, I have no clue what it is.
Yeah, I'm like, go for it. Let's do it.
Oh no, I get excited for it, but at the same time it gets to my head because I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What the
Outside
fuck is
your
this?
head. I'll teach you to be more open. No? Okay. I thought it was funny.
See, if it was recording, people would be laughing.
I think we need a sound effect for that moment, though. I'm just not
Yeah.
sure
Door
which one.
opening.
Yeah.
It's like, girl, I think you need a little lube or something down there because it should not be squeaking.
Oh, trust me. It's not squeaky.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
How much time do we have left right now?
Oh, I also have a
here's
penis.
something that a lot of people that don't normally like to talk about is masturbation.
What?
How about we talk about looking down people's shirts without asking permission? Because that seems to be a hot topic today.
I'm sorry I'm so
It's
hands-on.
okay, you don't have to talk about it, Amanda. It's alright.
I'm
Why are you blaming me? She's the one
You're
that's
changing the
wrong.
subject.
I'm a hands-on learner. Sorry.
If you don't know how to unhook a bra by now, I don't know what we could do for you.
I did just unhook your bra. Well, I had unhooked your bra strap, but... And then I was waiting to see what bra you were wearing today.
I'll tell you later.
Like I do every time.
Okay, so
Masturbation.
how about I start?
I was
Because
gonna
you
say.
guys both seem like you're trying to avoid that subject.
I masturbate.
I'm sorry, masturbation sounds so funny. Anyways,
This is
so
not even.
my husband actually brought up masturbation to me, and I actually was scared to do it and was embarrassed to do it because I felt it was unnecessary.
And just like wrong, almost. You know,
Yeah, it
like,
felt. I felt uncomfortable about it.
That's how I was too.
And then he's like, "Do you want me to be there so I can make you feel comfortable?"
Yeah, same thing to mine.
And
I was like, no, this whole thing is weird.
I was like, "Well, isn't masturbation supposed to be a thing when you're by yourself?" And he's like, "Well, I think it'll turn me on if I see you masturbate."
Guy thing.
So
Yeah.
I tried it, and I was uncomfortable at first, but then when I saw him getting turned on about it, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this."
Let's go have sex. Screw this thing by myself. You have a penis, and I want it in me.
See, I wasn't in. He didn't offer to be there with it. What? Okay.
Can I motorboat her?
No, not on the recording.
Okay.
But no, like he
See,
wasn't.
they would never know.
You know, going, oh well, you know, if you want me to be there, I'll be. He wasn't anything like that. He was like, well, you know what, just when you're alone, try it. You know, and but I was still uncomfortable. I was still uncomfortable with it for a while, and then it was one of those things I just started, you know.
Because started getting used to and started liking it.
Yeah, and especially because, you know, due to transportation issues, we couldn't always be around each other.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, I gotta take care of myself somehow.
Exactly.
I don't
It's like-
have any toys, so.
Oh God, some stories I could tell about toys.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you guys use toys or no toys?
I don't have any toys.
Me neither.
I got a blue one, and I like it a
Why
lot.
did you name it the TARDIS?
You're a genius!
Yeah, I seem to remember we were supposed to go to a
Time travel!
I seem to remember we were supposed to go to a certain store or two in preparation for this.
This podcast?
Yeah, we were at first, but.
Hey, you sex maniacs, you're probably too busy masturbating for us to go.
Excuse
What
me!
were you doing?
I was having lunch with my sisters.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Wait.
That's your story every time, okay? We'll just choose to believe you this time.
This time, though.
This time.
Yeah.
So, this episode kind of makes me feel like we should have had little kinky sex addict from our lounge to be on this episode, because he could talk about, like, everything.
Yeah, but he wouldn't shut up.
No, he wouldn't.
He has so many stories.
He'd be like,
He
you
would.
should try this, because I'm pretty sure you'll like it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have an embarrassing kinky story, I guess.
Okay.
Alright. So, as you guys obviously know, I'm very flirtatious, just in general, and I love boobs.
She does. It's not an exaggeration.
Like, she makes it completely obvious.
Not obvious at all. What are you talking about? So my boyfriend and I went to a fraternity event that was going on, and he had one of his brothers there, and his brother had a girlfriend. So met, talked for a little bit, stuff like that, and she started mentioning how, like, she strongly believes that every girl is bi in some kind of way.
Okay.
And I took that as, like, oh, me, I like boobs, so maybe that makes me bi in some kind of way. Well, later on, I found out what she truly meant by that. Another fraternity event. Alcohol was involved.
Mm-hmm.
She tried kissing me. And of course, I was just like, oh, hey, look, boyfriend's over here. I'm just gonna...
I'm just gonna go find my boyfriend, who I love.
Finally, the New Year's event. The fraternity was out at bars drinking. And she actually successfully made out with me several times. Obviously, I pushed her away because that's not my thing. And I already kind of had a feelings about her boyfriend and, you know, how he feels. Well, she then went to my boyfriend and was like, so, you down? And
Wow.
him being him, go talk to Sam. And then it was just like a 4-way grind thing that was happening. And my boyfriend and I were like, what do I do? And, ended up, she got so completely white girl wasted that she had to go throw up. And my boyfriend and I were like, well, it's past midnight and you're really drunk too, so let's just go. And we just dipped, so we never did not talk to them since then.
You actually made me think of something. I know how some people feel about this. And we discuss, kind of starts with open relationships. If the person you're with, or somebody, has a relationship with a person of the opposite sex, if they then do something with a person of the same sex, is it still cheating?
In my opinion, yes. Because
Yeah.
I believe that there still can be same-sex marriage and stuff like that. So if you are developing feelings with someone else, or you have a one-night stand with someone else, no matter what the gender the person is, it's still cheating because it's not with you. But also, that's my mindset, because a relationship should only be two people.
Yeah, and I agree with that, because that was always my thinking. Like, you know, I know people that, oh yeah, you know what, if he wants to go and have sex with a guy, I don't care. I don't think it's cheating. But it's like, if you're in a committed relationship with somebody, that person is doing something outside of the relationship.
Yeah.
So it's like
Something sexual outside. They're still sharing that special moment with somebody else, that intimate moment.
And I think that's why people call those open relationships, because, like, some of them are just like, you know, sometimes someone's with someone that's bi, and they need that other sex or the same sex, and that's why they're in an open relationship, and they're okay with it. But in my perspective, I'm not okay with it.
See, like, if I was, not saying that I'm in one of those relationships, but to me,
Lies!
No, because then that would lead to a lot of arguments. So,
Yeah.
so
I can
no.
only imagine.
But, what was I going to say?
If you
Like,
were in
if
an
you're-
open relationship.
Yeah, it's like, I wouldn't say I'm in a relationship with somebody if I want to have multiple partners. Because, like, to me, yeah, if you say you're committed to one person, you can't.
And that's why the term friends with benefits exists.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that have friends with benefits, and they have a lot of people they have friends with benefits with.
That is true.
I just thought of STDs. Like,
It's right when I say that, you're like, ew.
You
ew,
literally
ew.
just said STDs, and more STDs. and a baby.
So if you
Baby
see a group, so does that mean if you see a group of friends and they all have the same STD, you know what they are?
Oh my god, so my boyfriend's ex-group of friends all dated each other. They, like, intertwined and stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't know how y'all are doing that.
It sounds like New Girl, the show.
Oh gosh.
No, New Girl. Hey, don't you dare go down there on
She
New
at
Girl.
first was about to date all the guys in there, and then she's like, well, it would be weird if I started doing
She was
that.
never into Schmidt, okay. The only person she kind of liked was Nick, and she would never ever date Weston because he's black. No, I'm just kidding. She's never liked him. It was only Schmidt. Not
Wait,
Schmidt,
all
sorry,
the guys,
Nick.
well, all the guys liked her. That's the thing. All
but
the
that
guys
doesn't mean
liked
that
her.
she
and
was
that's,
going to date them.
I know, and they asked her if she was going to ever date any of them, and she's like, I would feel very uncomfortable living here if I did that.
But I also think that they were in, like, their own places in life, because I think, wasn't Schmidt between girls?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, I'm never going to get a girlfriend, and then Weston, like, never has a girl. So he was like, oh, boobs and vagina, I see you every day, and you're kind of attractive.
Yeah.
Boobs and vagina, I see you every day. Hey, guys, how you doing?
Oh, that was the thing I noticed is that, Jessie looks, like she could be the sister of Katy Perry and,
That's a very common...
No, fuck you both. We're done with this conversation right now. No.
I'm sorry, you give Katy Perry a breast reduction and suck the ass out of her.
No, Katy Perry. No.
You just hate Katy Perry or you don't see the resemblance?
I just don't like Katy Perry. I mean, I like some of her music when I'm drunk and I'm going to get white girl wasted, but do not compare the two, because I like Zooey Deschanel that much.
Do you wanna play with magic?
Oh god, that one.
Do you want me to molest you?
You're gonna do that anyway. You already did that.
I'll touch your noonie, your no-no square, okay? I've done it once before. I'll do it again.
all I imagine is the next time she does that, she's gonna go, neener, neener.
I did that last time.
You did?
Yeah, I was like, nee, 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 nee. And then your husband just had the biggest smile on his face.
I'm just sitting there like, my god. My body parts.
One day you're gonna see an article about somebody that literally jumped out of their skin and was just like muscle and vertebrae on the floor. And then they're gonna release the name and you're gonna find out it was Katherine.
Alrighty, I think that is the end of our episode.
Already?
Unless you guys want to keep going.
Oh, I'll keep going. Sexual innuendo.
Like we said, we all have that one friend.
Stop trying to be Dane Cook, okay?
Oh, sorry.
That's where Karen came from. No? Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen one of these.
It was like the first one.
It has been a long time since I've seen it.
I don't know where her arm is doing right now. Oh, okay. I just saw her go like this, and then she kind of gave me a look. So I was like, oh, we're gonna molest him.
She like misread the look I was giving. She thought I was giving the look like, so are we gonna do this?
So of course I was gonna put my arm around Amanda as well and help you. She's in the middle.
Doesn't stop them at all. Either of them. Well, kind of stops Katherine. Katherine's not as handsy.
Hey, who you calling Angie?
You.
Nancy.
Well, isn't this the pot calling kettle black? I'm just kidding.
It's my boyfriend.
Hey.
Alrighty, well, yeah, I think we'll just end it here because it seems like we're kind of just trailing off and we're going to be pausing a lot. So, I'm Katherine.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Sam, your friendly neighborhood rapist.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay updated with us at facebook.com/GeekyGamerGirlsPodcast. To hear more podcasts like this one, check out CogStuffProductions.com.